If anyone had seen the first day we met, they never would have predicted the next 4 years. I met Dave first, Mark's cousin, and within a few minutes of introduction, I had a huge crush on Dave. Little did I know, Mark would eventually become one of my closest friends and my first serious relationship. Mark asked me out on our first date when I thought I still liked Dave. At the end of the night, however, I could not even remember why I liked Dave in the first place. Mark had this shy humor and a way of being intrigued by my every word. Through some of our most formative years, we shared experiences that I will never forget. Mark and I would go for the best long car rides. We were supposed to meet a group of friends multiple times, and instead we would just drive around for a long time just to be with each other and laugh just a little bit more. To this day, Mark is by far the funniest person I have ever met. There is something horribly awkward and sarcastic about his sense of humor, but it never failed to brighten the room around us. He could get away with pointing out a flaw in someone else by relating it to himself with a joke. And once he made his move, others were noticeably more secure around him, and they realized that their problem really wasn't that big a deal after all. He commanded a crowd with his personality, and would casually glance at me to make sure I was smiling along. I can recall the feeling I got when people would remark on his comedic personality. I felt a little bit of pride, and I would feel as though they were giving me the attention too. I loved those casual glances, because they made me feel like I was on top of the world. This guy, who could make even our wicked teacher, Mrs. Moyles, crack a smile, gave me so much of his attention. No matter what happens to us as a couple, we'll always be friends, and he will always remain that way. To me, Mark is a major part of home that I'll never lose.